bring us out. As you can see, the man of the hour is in the building, family. Let me get the mornings out. Tasha Bella Michelle, good morning. My bad, family. My bad. Here we go. Tasha Bella, Wanda Smith, Asaya Quill, aka Mama Aquil. What is that? Fillet for life. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry. Bonnie Vanner tapping in from New Orleans. Maria Carter, what's up, cuz? Kobe Fatty, a.k.a. Elizabeth P. Finney. Good morning. Avis Hopkins, good morning. YJ717, good morning. Salty Chef, what it do, good brother? We got Unapologetic in the building. Nelly Nell, good morning. Terry Nixon. Meat Freaks, what it do? Nah, I had to upload the desktop. Mr. Thomas, we still hollering free Jed. The beautiful Deborah Luna. Vicente Dave, Jazzy Melanie, Eddie Gray, good morning. No Games, what it do? Cassandra Scott, good morning. Kellen Hendricks, Odie, what it do? Darnell Doomis, Tony Doomis Winters, like in the building. RJ Cat, we getting ready to get busy. Deborah Luna, Tanya Jones, good morning. Tasha Lynn, Debbie Clark, what it do? Gemini Sling, welcome to 810 the morning bump. Aluna Calloway Lang, Brandon C, what it do? Nah, you gonna be kicked out of here. I can promise you that. Yeah, go on in there, brother. It's the light too, right in the back. You see the line, go to the back. Let me get this together, fam. Oh, you found it? All right. Linda Flowers, good morning. Lanita Murray, good morning. Lil Mama, Grand Rise, and Shantae Rollins tapping in from the Shy. Taz Montana 313. Marshall Green. I got it right. That's what it do. OG Wixter in the building. I ain't going coming in from Philly, and they say free Jed. Everybody saying free Jed. My brother Marcus Fielder coming in from Fairfield, California in the building. Hey, that's what's up, Marcus Fielder. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for doing that. Hey, thank you for doing that. KZ114, good morning. Classy K, good morning. KC done tapped in. Pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis, Kendrick Jones. Pastor, what it do? Denise, good morning. Salty Chef. And people don't know this, Denise I'm talking about coming in from Georgia. Good morning. Concrete Jungle, what it do? Yeah, that's Tito just coming in here messing up stuff. Deborah Luna just gifted somebody some. Yo was gifted. Teresa with the $5 super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sheila, good morning. Crystal Monique, good morning. Y'all know I gotta give y'all a Merc 76. Miss Spring, I'm putting our beef to the side because things is way stronger out here than my getting my money from y'all pastor, from all that advertisement. But I still want that money because I ain't turning nothing down but my collar. Coretta Hodge, good morning. Keisha Denise, what it do? And they saying free Jed Shirley Hampton, good morning. Georgia boy, top of the morning to you. Miss Cariza Smith, and I seen you yesterday. How you doing, beautiful? Bishop Ron Jones, thanks for tapping in. Cameron Hardy, good morning. Teresa done just gifted somebody. It's that X-Rage. You've been gifted a membership. H. Spag, good morning. Marcy A. Tarver, good morning. And the good brother Carson Newbar from Saginaw. And Allie Nicole Gaddis Rivers, good morning. I think Woody Wood done tapped in. Carnage 155, good morning. And we got Kenneth in the building. How y'all doing? Oh, I heard that, but you know, we got better things to do, bigger fish to fry. But with no further ado, the man of the hour is in the building. Mr. Maurice D. Davis, the king himself. Bless us with the wisdom you coming with. Linda Chilton, good morning. The floor is yours, Mr. Davis.
Oh, that quick, Mick?
Oh, yeah, it is. Sonya 810, thank you for tapping in.
Well, good morning, everyone. Winters ain't here to do the weather, but I can tell you this, it's supposed to be 41 degrees, and it's very cold out there.
Facts.
If you're out there, drive safely, especially if you don't have no insurance like me. I'm tired. I know every back road in Flint, Michigan. I'm a back road expert. Because if I hit you, they're going to have to find me, because the car might be sitting there, but I'm gone. I ain't, Times is hard. Be careful out there. Mick, thank y'all for having me on here another day.
For sure.
Well, I've been paying attention to the news, and I enjoyed the way y'all broadcasting and y'all keeping everybody updated. It's clear to see we have no media other than 810 News Media Group. And by the way, very non-biased. And I'm very frustrated, Mick. I'm very frustrated. People get all these roses and stuff to Mays after he land in the grave. To come and help his people if they ain't too foolish to understand what's going on. This election was very appalling, what happened. I feel for Miss Biggs, and now I'm going to tell you something, Mick, and me being honest, I feel for LaShawn. Because sometimes people don't care as long as they could get a job done. What job is you talking about, Maurice? I'm talking about to win them 5 votes on either side of that fence, and they'll use anybody, anything to get that accomplished. And I've seen with my own eyes how this community was very disenfranchised with money. But the people were smarter. But we're going into where it counts now, into that general election. But more imperative than that, Mr. Jediah, we had a person to come all the way from, I don't know where, Dalton is? Is that in Illinois?
Dalton, Illinois.
Dalton is, okay, it's out by Chicago somewhere. He came all the way here, a national person. Not just for no Miss Biggs, but to help this community out the situation we in. And then again, instead of everybody rallying behind this man, we so jealous-hearted, envy-hearted, and divisive toward each other, couldn't even receive that. Now he's sitting in jail. And that, to me, is just, is mind-boggling. He got to be chosen by God to be in Flint. Because people really dying, and I'm frustrated. Only reason I'm talking about running, and it make me mad, because they want me to just shut my verbiage up. Maurice don't even mess with it. But then again, I can't do it, because I see where we going. Jediah came here fearlessly and got the attention again by put Flint back on the national. He did put it back on the national stage. But the poor folks don't have no voice. He came to help us. And this is the treatment that he received, not even to get these lazy folks off of Facebook, lazy folks out their feelings and down there to support him. What he did was, with that casket deal, he had to do something unique. I never thought of it, but he brought in, like, if I went to Chicago years ago as a musician, they dance different than we did up in Flint. Our hit dance here is not the same. They used to bop down in Chicago. They dance different. And it's a major city. He brought something major to Flint, Michigan. This is bigger than us sitting here having verbiage. Because my idea of what happened, Mickey, this is out of order. This is way out of order, because you moving millions of dollars every 2 or 3 weeks on council. To be exact, every 2 weeks.
Right.
I just sit in the chair. The woman that causing all this hell in this city lied on me and took my seat with the rest of the community to fool them to be in the position she in just for the money. Don't give a damn about nobody in this city, because I could actually say it. And don't give a damn when the people oppose something Maurice do. They got my attention. If it was Eric Mays, you're going to get his attention, especially if more than one say it. We have nobody helping us. Jediah Brown came here, and I ain't never met him. I'm going to meet him. It ain't, I only speak my truth in my heart. But Mickey, I don't like what's going on. It's the main election is 2026. But beyond that, by then, most people going to be done got foreclosed or getting ready to be condemned out their house. Jediah ain't up here to play games. People don't spend money. Times is hard. Right. When you do something, you're doing it because you got a motive behind. Either it's going to be corrupt or it's going to be genuine to help somebody. God, a gift from God is good and perfect. Jediah was sitting here. He's a chosen vessel because I could tell God used in this last days chosen people. He, with no fear, he'll lose his life trying to do whatever he's doing. That's why to be the type of leader Jediah is and how the following that man got, he got to be actually appointed by God. Because people don't follow anything. And you surely don't get my attention. Right. Anybody can act a fool and clown like we do here. And talk loud like James Brown said and saying nothing. But to come and be able to call to action or people in his own hometown I don't want to say the wrong thing, or cuss I should say. We in Flint, Mickey. This man is so powerful in his hometown, they're going to engage busloads to come up here to support him.
Facts.
You got power up here you know nothing about. Now, I say all that just to get to here. I wish the mayor, and I talked to the mayor, I ain't talking ill of you, mayor. I wish you would reconsider what's going on between city of Flint and Chicago, because it's bigger than Jediah. City of Flint and the rest of the country that's going to be tuned into Flint, just like over at the county. This here thing could blow way out of control wrong for you, Mayor. Sometimes y'all just bag up and say, you know what, I made a strong move. I might not want to make that move. Nasty is, that police was to Tanya Burns. Didn't respect her as a council person. Nasty is, the police was to Jediah and everybody else involved. A licensed driver, when I seen the video and everybody else in this community seen it. And then Nasty is ABC gonna report the news and put a bias to it. That sign said of the city. It wasn't personal.
But that's the game they play.
That's exactly right, Mickey.
Give me one second. I just want to thank Taz Montana with the $4.99 super chat. She said, Mr. Davis, thank you in advance. And I ain't going with the $2. Told me get Tito 8-ball. And Jazzy Melody from supporting Flint, Michigan from South Carolina with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you, beautiful people. You can go ahead, Maurice. I was just getting that out.
But that man should not be sitting in no jail up here helping us when nobody give a damn in this city about us. You got 4 folks. You got 4 people sitting on that council to move agendas forward and totally left the poor folks out. Whether these residents is older now, they sickly now, they got health challenges. They don't even know what's going on. They losing everything. All they know is they not making it. They up here talking about some hocus pocus with a rubber band and how intuitive this is, and people ain't even eating today.
And that's what was crazy.
I could scream, man, what I'm seeing.
And how they gaslighting it. They was like, you know what I'm saying, kids that had autism. Do they know these kids? I mean, it's so crazy what they doing. You want to give money to people who already getting money. Ernst & Young, good morning. Who did I miss up on here? It's crazy how Sweet Cupcake on break. Miss D, thanks for tapping in. Down there, Melder, good morning. Georgia Board. It's Mark Hutchison, good morning. Vicente, it's like Eleanor Wicker, good morning. It's like, it's crazy how they gaslighting. And then, and the ABC, this is why we here. This is why people, when you come on your own platform, you was doing it, why people tune in, was listening, because you giving them the real news. Just see how ABC 12 twisted that, like you just said. It said the people, not his family, but
if Neely don't do right by Flint, everything he do gonna crumble. and they twisted like it was something personal,
Didn't
or
they?
tried to twist it. It didn't fly because the science says what it says. So, but it just show you how their narratives change to fit what they trying to get done. They coming through here like a freight train. I done said it over and over. This gentrification is here. They done studied your median income. Mickey, I meant to bring, I know it was something I was supposed to bring, all wards. I got every ward in the city of Flint, they new master plan or they new plan for it. And we're not in it. We're not in it. That's why they have to stack this deck. But the mayor need to know, you don't have to, people from the first ward to the ninth ward, all wards voted for you, Mayor, to help them.
Right.
Never should I, if I was, I could get mad and then I could calm down and come to my senses and say, you know what? Nope, I want to bag off. I want to retract what I done, and we need to sit down. I'm the leader. I'm the biggest voice in this community, and sit down with Mr. Jediah and put this thing, see if we can unify it. That's what I would do as a leader, and that's what we have to do. Flint is a poster child. We done been raped when it come to the water. We've been raped when it come to the opera funds. We done been raped. We done been raped. Our kids is compromised, and they calling them scholars, and they can't even comprehend, and all you get is a penitentiary style juvenile home. God don't like ugly. God sent Jediah up here to help us, and look what happened to that man. I'm not happy at all. If I wasn't at work, I'd have been the first one sitting down there, because this here is a time where I could call you all out your name and all that, but that ain't helping nobody.
Facts.
Because people now, Hurley Hospital is the biggest hospital in this community. McLaren is, Genesis is, and all of them is packed. In all of these doctor offices, people having all kinds of procedures and cancers.
Right.
And look at us, no help. No help.
This whole thing, like, because I'm just reading posts and stuff. I'm tripping that, like I said, my brother Be Loud and Tap 10 Grace and Peace, good morning. Deborah O'Neill, good morning. They mad. Matter of fact, I'm glad you said that, Deborah O'Neill. Did you watch Charlie LeDuff? Charlie LeDuff spoke on it because Jediah was supposed to be on his show.
And me and Charlie, good friend, he the one went with that Trump rally with me.
Yeah.
But people bent it every way possible. Charlie LeDuff rode with me. He came down from Detroit with me, Beverly, and what's his name? We were the only ones there. Wow. I'm mad, Mickey.
Nah, you should, because it's crazy that, because, you know, I was listening to people yesterday and they was trying to justify it, saying, oh, you couldn't have came to my house. That's why I was like, these people don't really understand. This how you know this is a foolish people. Oh, I will get out, I will do this. So you going to go commit a murder because somebody came peaceful protest. Then when they do say, I hear the older out of town, what you think Martin Luther King was? He wasn't from them cities he went to. What you think Malcolm X was? What you think? Like, everybody be thinking that. I never seen so many people hurt by help coming. Felicia Martinez, good morning. I never seen Bertha, what was it? Bertha Baby, good morning. I've never seen so many people, and all I'm saying good morning to you, Mr. David.
Oh, good morning. I'm sorry, Mickey.
And
Good
Gladys
morning,
Williams,
all
good morning. I couldn't believe,
frustrated.
I get it. And Laura Rett, good morning. I couldn't believe that these people wouldn't understand. What about when MLK wrote that letter from Birmingham? You know, we never look at it like the mayor couldn't come outside. If you really wanted the people to see you for who you are, you could have came out and met that man Jed. He wasn't coming over there to do nothing to you. He was asked to come here for how you been treating the residents here. He was asked to come here. And what happened? You get mad because he showed up with a casket saying you need to do right for the people. Put it out on the news. You feel threatened. Now he in jail. All you doing is just, to me, I think the mayor just self-destructed, showing that his abuse of power.
And God the one give you strength over people, because nobody should rule over people. It says the fowl of the air, the birds of the sea. We supposed to be getting along with each other.
Right.
If God put you in place, woe to them that lead my sheep astray.
Facts.
And to the least of these scriptures say, you done it unto me. You better be careful. You better be careful, because you got health. You in control of God's people. This ain't about no, it wasn't no kind of even no militia type of atmosphere at somebody's house. It was just, to me, bringing attention to, look, we need help. The poor folks is getting gentrified out of here. You getting all these stipulations. You getting warrants to come in people's houses. It ain't about no water. I know what it is. These houses out of compliance now. Any house built before 1976 is condemnable in Genesee, in Flint, Michigan. And people don't understand what Maurice study talking about. The only reason I'm running, if I don't do nothing else but remove these stipulations to where people can keep their home and grandfather people in. Over 65, you shouldn't have to be worried about taxes. Your income ain't going up. That's why they call you on fixed income. Everything is failing because you're going out of God's will. But yet you wear crosses and act like you're going to obey God. With a church on every corner, and you got so-called bishops not even lining up the scripture. Man, something got to be done. Just like Jediah, I'm not scared. And so, Maurice, come on now. We're going to talk about Trump. Come on now, Maurice. We're gonna do it. I got a God. Sometimes you have to just, for God I live, for God I die. That's how Jediah is. You don't mess with God's chosen. Jediah is God's chosen. That's why you go all over the country doing what he's doing. Martin Luther King was chosen.
Hold on one second.
Okay.
Then let me do this because they got this on here. That's blurry. Okay, we back. We back up on here. Let me
Okay.
go back to the comments. We back up in here. Okay, now we clear. You good. Go ahead. They had us blurry.
But Mick, this time, Maze is laying in the grave. We done turned the corner. Like they oftentimes say, when I pause, y'all, it ain't that. I don't have nothing to say. I'm just trying to think of another way to say it. That's all that is. I'm trying to think of another way to say it. And calm myself down. It's weird to me. Maze was the problem. Maze did some off-the-wall stuff like I'll do some off-the-wall stuff. Ain't nobody perfect. Maze did not walk on water.
Right.
But one damn thing I could give him credit for, he never turned his back when it come to people that's in need. I ain't never seen that. He could talk, he could play his keynote, he could do all of that other stuff, and we get into it. But when it comes to helping somebody, that man is there. And that's what Jediah is here doing. In place God and somebody else. And guess what? How many times did Maze go to jail? You don't have to raise your hand if he went and wasn't scared to do it.
And it's a question for you up in here, too, from Maria Carter.
Oh,
Super $10 chat. Mr. Davis, how do we get more residents involved in the movement for change?
It's only one way, y'all. It's only one way. It's only not two ways, it's one way. And that's why they try to shut me down. I'm going to tell you how. Right now, just like Jediah doing, it's hand-to-hand contact. In other words, I'm going to knock at that door. When it come after this general election in August, Maurice going door to door, they'll try that with my reputation. Because, see, I didn't run last time, but you have to actually talk to the person. And how? One person at a time. It don't matter where y'all live. Start having, I'm talking about the ones in Flint now. Start having conversation. And don't be timid with it. You don't know apology. People finna take everything you got, whether you in Grand Blanc or Flushing. If you're in Genesee County, you gonna lose everything. Remember, Maurice told you, they studied your median income.
We just got what's her name? They saying Jed has court today, and Judge Crawford. I mean, but you know what? This is and the stuff that we seeing from these polls, how they treating the people around here. They've been doing this. What you think police brutality been? But now you can see, like how you said, he didn't respect Tanya being a councilwoman. When have they been respecting the residents?
They never have.
And when have they been respected? It's just because
A lot of them is skinheads in uniform.
And people think because they got, I can't think of my man name last night, We the People. When he got up there was calling them laws out on them, you know why it seemed like foreign to us? That's why like the mayor going crazy what Jed did, because Jed protesting is different than the regular protest that people been used to protesting.
That's
it's strange.
exactly right.
It wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, as some people, you know, It's effective. They used to the old way of protesting.
Jed was doing a media protest. He know what he was
Right.
doing. He knew he wasn't gonna grab a big crowd, so he knew what to do to grab media attention, and it worked.
Right.
It worked.
And what this mayor did, he just showed on the national level how power driven that he is. He got control of. Now he can't say he ain't got control of the media. You can't say you ain't got control. The way they spent that thing out there, right there. What up, Snowman? He just showed. He just showed. Now to me, it's like he's spiraling out of control. You finna get put this some. Jed gonna be if he sue. I'm not saying he's suing, but if he sue, he'll win that case. They showing how lawless they is downtown, putting people out. I could take you. He was trying. Whoever my man named We the People was trying to tell him. Council rules do not supersede federal laws.
That's exactly right. None of that stuff is legal, what they're doing, but you don't have the right. See, sometimes you have to just be. Mays was rude. He going straight to the law office. If I was on council, I go straight to the law office and have the council secretary to write me a letter to the state. If that didn't work, I'm going to Trump. Like I did, and Trump flew in Pitts for Maurice Davis. And they said, oh, hell no, you got that kind of connection? You got to go. That's too much power. I want to talk to him now, but I don't want to. You know how they approach me when it comes to Trump, Mickey? Get your boy to do this. Okay, that's a verbiage that I hear clearly. I'm going to ask for help for Flint, but you're going to disrespect my help. No, suffer. Your boy, how's your boy this? Even yesterday, former police come by and talk to me. Your boy this, your boy that. And all I do is shake my head.
Yeah.
And it's all just, you don't know. You finna lose everything you got.
Yeah, but that shows how crazy that he is.
The most powerful man on the planet. Flint has his attention. I can tell you that.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be okay. Let me put this out. Tay just said INA just put a statement for ABC 12. They're asking everyone to share it on social media. I found it in their Facebook group, Investigate and Advocate. Okay. Hey, Tay, put it in put it in Winter's group and we can get it out there. LaWanna Terry, good morning. Brian Cruz, good morning. But I feel what you're saying. I think they didn't want Jed to come educate the people here how to fight back, and I think that's what the mayor really. Can you imagine,
Mickey? Like when I was on council,
right?
Like Bev ain't against no Neely. Beverly there is to help the people fairly. And what happened is this, Mickey. And right, I was reading somebody comment. I don't want to skip it. Mickey, you seen it? It was a young lady asked, would I throw out people on council or something? No. I'm like Mays. Move that 3 minutes out the way. If y'all could take out time to come to council, and that's who I'm supposed to represent, you should have time to explain yourself, and the council should have time to thoroughly respond to you.
Facts.
That's how it should be. They need to throw that right out. That's disrespectful.
But that's tyrant. That's being a tyrant. I look how them up there cannot handle criticism. And everybody know me and Tanya not the best of friends, but how they let Doug come down there and disrespect her, and they let it slide. But then they'll let, if somebody come disrespect them, like Tanya Jones is up there talking, we can take it away. When do you get to talk your junk and I can't say mine's back?
And I would say this, on both sides of the fence, no argumentative discourse. That's what the council rules say,
right.
Rightfully so. Anybody in the whole of City of Flint that live there should be able to come to that podium and speak whatever their challenges is or concern.
Right.
But look, do it in a respectable way because, for one, you broadcast this for kids, social study purposes, and on it. Now, only way you get thrown out there if you're going to cuss at that podium. You get one warning about cussing anything on your heart, and you should be rightfully so saying it. That way, a young person, 17, 18 years old, could come to council, or 10th grade, 11th grade, learn about city governance, because they might want to pursue it. But it shouldn't be in there clowning where the police have to pull you back, hold you back. No. That's performing.
What's my guy's name? I don't want to mess his name up, but the last part was We the People. Like he told them, he told Candace last night, the police don't work for y'all. Y'all use it like the police, y'all security guard. Oh, police get this person. The police didn't even know who to go get last night. Metcalf didn't know who. She was like, oh, not him, the person in the back. They like you be sicking the police on people, but the way it is, the reason the police and black people relationship always has been rocky, and even the concept of police was never in the means for black
be
people.
Truthful, Mickey, the way Liddell and they ruled, they should have made a motion to have Mickey Jordan removed. I put a motion to have him. He's so disrespectful. I make a motion to have him removed, and then to go into discussion, and then we take a roll call vote. That would be the fair of the council. But you got a rule 4-body member council or 8-body. You know what I'm saying? Where it's divided.
Yeah.
You don't just one person just throw people out. You could peel the ruling of the chair.
You listen.
They just running whatever they want to be out of order. They ain't running council. That is not a council down there.
No, it's crazy. And I agree with Sonya 810. She's saying police taking orders from mentally ill flunkies. It's crazy to see this.
He ain't supposed to take orders from no one council person.
Fact.
Period. If that's the case, the audience member can say, look, I want Liddell Lewis to be removed from this meeting.
Right, and it should be, because I'm liking what Jonathan Joy say, Mickey. Anytime that you are an elected official, you are open. You open your life up to. You open your life up. You open your home legally. There's nothing that can't be done legally.
Well, Quasi kept. They wanted him, Jediah, to touch the grass of the mayor. Then they had him, but he didn't.
Because he stayed on that sidewalk.
Yep.
This how, because they not used to this. Is strange. This protesting. This is strange.
Law.
Right, and he coming with the law. It's strange. Sweet Tea, good morning. You know what I'm saying? It's strange how they doing it. They don't get it. You know what I'm saying? They don't get it. Bobo the idiot, good morning. They don't get it, Maurice, because he ain't doing like the regular act, like how I'm not knocking nobody on how they did it. But how they was protesting and active is totally different. Jed came from out of town, was asked to come here. Said, okay, let me come up with this. How many people would have thought about bringing a cat to somebody's house?
Like I said, he's a professional.
Facts.
They are they got an enterprise or whatever. They are professional at what they're doing to get attention of the public. And we need it, but then again, the jealousies in Flint started to show its ugly head. And that's what's going on. Because you got half of them talking that smack. Even the residents, they got their little cliques here. This is a clicked up town, and that's why everybody in this clicked up town lose everything. Instead of really wanting to take the focus off of them and put it on the people that can't speak for themselves.
Oh, I got his name, Jason We the People. My bad. Thanks, John Campbell. His name was Jason We the People. I just put up a winter just had, I don't know how much on the curve, but we're going to go on the grade. She had Taco Bell. Jed will be going to court later this afternoon. The mayor had judge from Grand Blanc to sign the warrant. Gangsta, ain't it? When you playing in them courts.
You have to line up. And if once we get whipped into shape being scared,
right,
you have to turn some things over to God. I'm going to say it again. I believe, and I study scripture, y'all don't know quite a bit. Jed was chosen by God to be here.
Fact. And
you don't play with that. God is the creator of everything on this earth to help his poor that's loose. It's wrong what's going on. That's what I'm telling you. What's going on in Flint is wrong. They took all of this money and spent every dime. People still waiting. Tell me when y'all get it.
Right.
You'll get your money by the time they finish the North Flint Reinvestment Grocery Store. That's when y'all going to get paid. Not the club. And I didn't even know we had a club desert on the north side of Flint.
Wow.
And they be rolling that thing, too. We got a club, but we didn't get no grocery store. And they shrinking the north side. Now, you make that make sense.
Unbelievable when you seeing what, and that's what I'm saying.
And all of them, he don't even preach no more. We in trouble, y'all.
No, it is, but when they but you see, you know, and I agree with you, Jonathan Joy, because he said as an elected official, there's nothing legally that can be done to jail for peaceful protest. And as an elected official, you open up your life to the public. Therefore, there are laws protect protester. But what you got, you really, to me, Jed just showed really how some knew. I ain't gonna say I knew. Some really knew, seeing how corrupted Flint is.
Will we be talking about Flint right now if Jed hadn't did what he done?
Nope.
Think about that for a second. That's what a real protests do. And somebody really know how to activate activism. That's how it's done. It become a discussion topic, and that's what he done. It's
Yeah.
successful.
And the lights coming back to Flint. Like I said, he was supposed to be on Charlie LeDuff. Charlie LeDuff. Hey, just clip it for me to Charlie LeDuff and send it to my messenger. With Charlie LeDuff talking about how Jed, the activist, being locked up by the mayor that's being a tyrant. Now, cold-blooded.
Charlie LeDuff got thrown out of City Hall. He could clip that too. When he was with Maze. That's how I found Charlie LeDuff found me through Maze. And that was some years ago. Yeah, him and Maze, they went down to City Hall and he almost went to jail. Charlie LeDuff.
Unbelievable. But the mayor couldn't do this without help.
We are in trouble.
Yeah, when you gotta look. Man, this stuff, like, under old fam, I'm gonna throw my name in for the mayor race. Go ahead, because there's gonna be so many people running for mayor in 26, unbelievable. Rodney Thomas, good morning. But this is what, to me, it's like, people don't understand, like this is something new. No, it ain't. Go look how the Black Panther Party got it. Government will eliminate who they feel is in their way of pushing their thing. And all they was doing was trying to educate the people. Lunch program. Didn't want drugs in the community. How did drugs get put in the community? Took them down.
Right now, it's an annihilation of black folks campaign going on right under their nose. They don't even see it.
Right.
If I ask anybody on here about the COVID, oh, it's good. Okay, it was just a virus. We're in trouble, Mick. Knowledge is power, man.
Yeah.
Knowledge is power. And anytime somebody come different, we gonna kick back.
Yeah.
Don't realize the only purpose is to help you.
Right. No, you do, but we don't know. When you don't know, I think that's why they happy, the people that don't know. That's why you can have a person reading, a pastor reading the Bible. It's one thing to know the Bible, you read it, but do you understand the wisdom of the Bible?
Well, the way you would know is by your works, if he understood it. Ain't nobody here got the works many. God use whoever he choose. That's the problem.
Right. And it's crazy but we go through this, but you look at all the churches in Flint. Why is there so much carnage where the church is at?
That's where Satan home is. Laodicea. Go to Revelation chapter. The Revelation chapter 3 going into 4. No, chapter 3. You see Laodicea, the church is lukewarm. God said, I wish that you was one or the other. So you lukewarm, I spit you out of my mouth. That's what we're at. All these fake preachers. 2 Peter, you can see now false teachers is on the scene. Matthew 24, last days, a lot of them. Then Romans 1:1, where it started, verse 1 around 20, is going to say, in the last day, having I prophesied, cast out demons, God give you over to a reprobate mind. We there. It's all false now. That's why the churches is empty. That's why the church chasing the world. They doing the boots on the ground in church now. I don't know how that's got something to do with scripture, but that's what's going on. It's not all right. It's not all right.
Michelle Smith, a.k.a. Ann, good morning. Nah, Dennis Pfeiffer in the building. So many churches Flint because they put their houses in the church name to not pass to pay taxes.
Now churches foreclosing.
Wow. Yeah, you see so many churches around here shut down. It's unbelievable. Teresa, good morning. But it's just crazy that what we really seeing though. Like I get it. Even with this, far as this election, you know what? I'm happy Miss Biggs, advanced because this really what it is. She advanced to the next round, to the showdown. Now
it's gonna double down with Dumas. Now that's another discussion. Now Dumas, hell, I ain't scared of nobody. Dumas is soliciting Sean for votes. Any of them could come at me. 810-221-9342. I don't give a flying. You know the other part of that.
For sure.
Dumas soliciting LaShawn for that 262 votes or whatever it was, however many votes it was, and that would put him over. But this is just Maurice being Maurice. Miss Biggs is the one. Miss Biggs is the one we need. That would give me a reason to go in 2026, and if we could get a Rose to go back to get 6 to 7 votes, we got a Flint. Because we owe some kind of victory to Jediah. We owe some kind of victory if you so concerned with Mays. There it go. We got Jon Snow. We got A10 News Media. We got a way to get the word out now that we didn't have. And I got my own podcast if needed to be. But we got a vehicle. But the way it's got to be done, Mickey, knock them doors.
Right.
That'll outrun all of the money. People got to be fed up. And they come to me all the time. I just haven't really wholeheartedly made my mind up because I need to see if Miss Biggs didn't win. It's game over. I'm probably going to Nashville somewhere. It's game over.
Facts. Cause I have. To be honest with you, I'm not gonna lie. And AC cool. We cool when we cool. I don't trust him one lick. To be honest with you, because I done seen how he moved around here. And it ain't no knock. I get what he's saying. But I was, like I said, I was in there, in the room, while he was talking to Chris Martin on the phone. When Chris Martin, you know what I'm saying? It was crazy. When Chris Martin said he had to be loyal to whoever was in that mayor's seat.
I'll tell you what was interesting, intriguing to me this morning, Mickey, while I was sitting outside there. I went to y'all's Flint Politic Reboot, and there was a young black guy that was down at Burston yesterday. At the campaign. And he said, I approached a young man. I wanted to have young folks' lives matter. He wanted to start a nonprofit. So he decided to talk to the people that's running. He ran into AC Dumas. I didn't get to see the name of the woman, some woman, and he was saying how nasty the people was running toward him. It's on Reboot right now. You can see it. And the dude, he really hurted his feelings because he said, I took my jury in, and he asked one of them, can I take a picture? And he said he remember AC, I guess, stood out a little more. How he said, man, that man was so nasty to me. He said, I ain't voting for. That's why we young folks, whatever. He said, I'm older, but that's why we ain't gonna never be nothing. And that really hurted that guy. You gotta watch how you treat people. He said, ain't none of them running for the right deal. They just want the money, I guess. You got to be careful. If you ain't for people, get back in the house. Get back up on the couch or on the porch or whatever. But that was really troubling to watch that man. He was hurt on Flint Politic Reboot. And one of them wouldn't even take a picture with him.
Wow.
So that's where we at. Our life is in shambles right now. And I'm saying it because keep the video, keep the podcast, you'll see I'm pretty accurate. In Flint, Michigan, we don't have the talent, we ain't got the skill set to keep up with all this AI, so they came up with a way. Keep the money in our pocket. The kids, they lied to us, said 80% of that money, water money, $625 million came to Flint. 80% was supposed to be for the kids. Tell me I'm lying.
Nah, you right.
Tell me I'm lying. I was on council. It was supposed to be, and these kids ain't got nail dime, but they got programs. They got the verbiage. They got superintendents calling them scholars. And they got these Negroes or whoever they was on council yesterday trying to sell a $40,000 program to put a rubber band around their finger. Is you kidding me?
And they was trying to sell it. Judy was trying to sell it. It's
Is you kidding me? Liddell and all, and they came up to a directory map with it. To get $40,000 that's going to be used over the whole county. And talking about just to study it. Is you kidding me?
But that's the game that they play. They using propaganda one-on-one, but they know people don't know, man. They know a lot of us who don't know, including myself. You don't know. That's why when a Jed came up here and what he was doing, it started, you know what I'm saying? Like they say, what they say in the book, prophesize to the winds. Let the winds blow on the dry bones, and then they'll stand up. Because right now, you know, you had We the People. He came down there shooting them laws out. And Candace them, even Leon them, y'all looking foolish. This man sitting up there recording y'all didn't even know. They think they know how to play the game because this mayor how they been suppressing the people. Y'all finna be in for a rude awakening.
And Judy Priestley, so I can't even.
Nah,
I don't want to hear her talk.
Super.
Like we a kindergarten, like we just brain dead, Mickey.
That's what they care. They think people are brain dead who come down there.
And everybody on the north end where I'm at, I tell people my verbiage every day: hold on to your house. Don't let them folks take your house. Don't move to an apartment. I don't care how raggedy your house. Hold on a little longer. I know God got a ram in the bush, and then the ram come up here from Chicago or Dalton, and end up in jail.
Yeah, he from Texas, Chicago.
Oh, that's where Jed from?
Yeah, Texas, but he been in Chicago. I just seen one of people put it in and said Texas, Chicago.
But anyway, God sent another helper.
Right.
Not a savior, a helper. But when God gives you something to do, it's up to you to do it.
Right.
We did nothing.
Not nothing.
People gonna come away from Chicago in a car. I heard Winters and y'all was on here, and they say, well, we back down right now. The people here is wooed to sleep or scared. And you finna actually literally lose everything. Yeah. They shut the north end down. They coming your way. You taking too long to die off. So what they gonna do? Expedite it now. And I'm gonna show you next Thursday, Mickey. I'm gonna bring some of the things to show you. I got 5 or 6 of them, all sides of town, all sides. What they gonna do? They got little cells of residential, but the north end is an opera orchard.
Right. Facts.
It's shrunk. That's why I own property. I'm struggling. In the taxes, the house is $100,000 for $800 house. Man, come on,
Maurice. When I see what these houses right now costing, it's like, who gonna pay for that? Like, okay. They said disorderly is the charge. They charge them with disorderly.
Well, that ain't bad. That's a misdemeanor.
Yeah, because that's all it was anyway. With Mr. Classic, good morning. He said he was born in Chicago but lives in Texas. All right, thanks, Mr. Classic. That show you how crazy that it was. You hit him with some. He didn't do. See this one you call drunk power. I can get you locked up. But it's the game. To me, it's just like Jed just open, really just showing you how corrupted this town is. Corrupted to the core.
This is a clique-based town. You have to be in this fraction or that fraction or clique. God send and use you. My God blessed me to be what? A blessing.
Right.
Jed, God blessed him, and he's doing what he's supposed to do. At home, I bet you in Texas, they don't accept him, a lot of them, because they didn't accept Christ in his hometown. But wherever your God send you and you go, he's here. Paul went to jail, study the disciples. That man, you got to be careful when you messing with God's anointed. Mm-hmm. Y'all think anointed is standing behind a pulpit? Read Matthew chapter 24.
Facts.
Study scripture. No. God ain't nothing to play with, especially when you messing with his people.
Right. But if they go look, that's why, to me, I see a lot of these churches around, and I'm going to say there's some good pastors here, but there's so many that do so wrong, they give them such a bad name. It seems like the bad ones outshine the good ones, and it's terrible. And I know there's some good ones here, but the bad ones outshining them.
And let me tell these black folks something, because, see, I'm really frustrated, Mickey. When I'm really frustrated, I give you truth. I shouldn't be giving because knowledge is power and people reject knowledge. Facts. That's why the Bible say, my people will be destroyed for the lack of accurate knowledge of what? Scripture. I get tired of going to church. And I've been going, whether it's for funerals or just visiting churches. These campaign. Now, man, I apologize. Because I don't know that. I take that back. Every church I've been to, we went to a program this Sunday. Why have I seen them? They working at these crowds of major programs. They showing up, y'all. So don't think it's easy. Satan is very clever. They showing up as on announcements. They showing up in all these schools. Even yesterday, I don't know if they said that one council did. Judy and all of them. They was in school. Durant tore him out. That's why it was so touching to watch the rubber bands and so touching to do this cause it's so,
Yeah.
but when it comes to Master Thompson, it ain't touching to feed poor folks, white, black, blue, green. But it's
Right.
touching to give somebody $40,000 for nothing.
Right. And
For nothing.
they've been so used to giving it away. Let me put this up here. They just got a statement they put out. I had it already together. Let me put this up here real quick. Let me put this up here. This is from the Investigate Advocate. Let me put them on screen and read this for the people. Y'all gotta excuse me. I didn't graduate on time. I spent a little extra time, but here I am. Here I am. Okay, it says Investigate Advocate. Let me get this together. It said a statement from the Investigate Advocate concerning misleading statements about Jediah Brown. It says, we are outraged by the misleading and irresponsible reporting by ABC 12 News regarding the protest efforts of Jediah Brown and the citizens of Flint. Your portrayal of the symbolic use of a casket as a threat is not only false, but dangerously irresponsible. The casket was never intended as a threat. It was a powerful symbol to represent the death of suffering and the burdens Flint residents have carried for far too long. As Mr. Brown clearly stated, the funeral is canceled, signifying that hope and change are alive and well. Your failure to report this truth accurately speaks volumes. We are fully aware of ABC's 12 cozy relationship with Mayor Neely, but your duty is not to serve political interests. It is to serve the public with factual and balanced journalism.
Absolutely.
You have a responsibility to report the news with integrity, not to twist narratives to fit an agenda. We will not allow you to gaslight the people of Flint. We will not remain silent while you manipulate public perception. We are committed to exposing the truth and bringing national awareness to how ABC 12 distorts reality to protect power. Investigate, advocate, truth, justice, community. Investigate, advocate, leadership. That was the leadership that just put that on there. What'd you think about that, Mr. Davis?
Just like Trump said, fake news. That's what they do. They put their narrative that's going to benefit them to manipulate us. We haven't benefited, I don't care what, in years. I'm grown. If it is, I missed the boat. And that's another, they did that absolutely correct. They twist and make it, and matter of fact, I told Beverly this morning, it's weird how black folks don't come across even if it's a homicide. They don't report that stuff no more. We don't know nothing. They shut it down. If they say crime down, guess what? It is down because they ain't gonna advertise it. They sweep it up under the rug. We don't count no more. We got to do better.
Yeah, we do.
And what it is, Mickey, we gotta learn to trust somebody. It seemed like some kind of way I don't know why. And it's black folks now. I can't blame no white folks, no Republican. No, it's half the black folks and turned against Jediah coming here. Or is it Republicans? Make sure I ain't lying on us. It's black folks that's talking down on his advocacy to help us.
Ain't that that make sense?
I'm telling you the truth. Anybody that come that don't fit their narrative, they click or they side of the coin.
They would team up and to destroy you. I done seen both sides would team up to destroy you, in my humble opinion.
You're absolutely right.
I could be wrong. I'm just telling you. I done seen these people. They will play games of how you looking.
Maurice shouldn't be sitting here now. And the more they try, the higher I go, just like Jediah. That man gaining more national cause, like I say, Child ain't nothing to take lightly because he did a hell of a report last week or two over in Detroit. The man is there. Matter of fact, speaking of Charlie Duff, I wouldn't have this Trump issue on my head. Charlie Duff the one caused it. He was the one I did the interview, and when I got off the White House, called he had did this thing in Black Barker, national media seen it, syndicated off of Charlie Duff show. And heard me say, because Charlie asked me, Maurice, since you a Democrat, what you thinking about voting in this election since Biden said you ain't black unless you vote Democrat. And that's why I said I ain't voting for nobody. Ain't gonna do nothing for my vote. I might vote for Trump. And Charlie LeDuff, the one who started that. That's why he came down here.
And I got a gift for the people right here because they wanted it. Here go the man himself. Give me a second. I'm finna mute me and Maurice, and y'all can hear what he said. Give me 1 second.
He lost control of the city council because the good people of Flint just filled the vacant seat of a council member that's hostile to him. So now it's going to be 5-4, and they're going to investigate this fucking dude. And Jediah is up there making waves, making headlines because he's just needling them. Guess where I'm going next week?
Flint.
Flint.
How long can they hold him for disturbing the public? I mean, isn't that just kind of write you a ticket and let you go?
Yeah, it's a great one. And you know, let's call this guy.
Okay.
Because this guy.
So I'm thinking, like, what do you do? I mean, you disturbed the peace. Was he a threat? Why is he locked up in solitary confinement?
He lost people of Flint just. He lost control of the city council because the good people of Flint just filled the vacant seat of a council member that's hostile to him. So now it's going to be 5-4, and they're going to investigate this fucking dude. And Jediah is up there making waves, making headlines because he's just needling.
Okay,
now we back. How you feel about that?
well, like I said, Mickey, when it comes to Charlie LeDuff, bite his tongue. He like Howard Stern. He ain't gonna bite his tongue. And if he say he coming up here, he coming. And we don't need to. Well, I'm gonna say the mayor don't need negative because see the election is only months away going in 2026. Governor and all, everybody seat up. I would suggest trying to unify, but sometimes you, like Charlie said, you know, this ain't the first rodeo. You have to. Why would you run for mayor if you ain't gonna run to help everybody? But
Right.
then, why would you do something because somebody do something different than you ever seen before and knock it? If only charge you could get, and I couldn't understand being out the jurisdiction. And by the way, a police told me 48 hours or so, 72 max or something. They could hold you on that misdemeanor stuff. But long story short, it's out of order. At the end of the day, you can't get right out of wrong. We could talk about it till the cows come home. But what happened, Mickey, is the behind the scene. That's very disheartening to me. To come to help us, and everybody, every single social activist here should be rallying behind Jediah done. Ain't no excuse. We don't unify for nothing. We never unify. We always gonna pick sides and always be opposing parties. But yet everybody Christian, right? Okay. Everybody Christian. This here is out of order. This is totally out of order. I hope he get out soon, but the thing of it is, I hope he wake up. Well, the tried that it came from all over the country before. And people still, soon as something help come, they gonna find a way to divide it and be decisive at it. So we're in trouble. They knock down, and notice, it's always black folks against black folks. It should be the Republicans coming in here talking about get Jediah out of here. Make America white again. Where is all of that? That's what they claimed that was going to happen. No, it's Negroes against Negroes. I want to say the other word, but that's what it is, if truth be told. We are cursed with jealousy if we was to get to the bottom of it. Call it ace ace. When I run, here come my name, getting thrown in the mud, and I'm over there with all I can help folks. This man come from wherever, Texas or Chicago, wherever he come from, God sent him here. It's the Negroes that did this. And watch this, not Republican Negroes, Democrat Negroes. Man, Mickey, I get mad. I'm mad. I'm mad because ain't nowhere in the world that man should ever be in that predicament. Somebody else that be patting him on the back and they, you know why? Because they're articulating for their interests. They don't want nobody represent the common poor folks. Or you classism, middle class. Nigga,
Right.
I mean, Negro, you ain't no middle class. Is you kidding me? You work a job. If you miss 2 checks, you foreclosed up out of there. Your car ain't paid for, your house ain't paid for. You don't know what kind of health condition you're going to get today. One day you're going to be able to wipe your own behind. You're going to wish you had a Jediah to come in and speak for you. I'm just frustrated.
Nah,
man.
I'm with you. It's just
I'm frustrated.
because I just got some stuff here, and this coming from, I mean, I was trying to pull it up because my laptop tripping, and I see this coming from, what is it, Glendale Hills or something that says, "Good morning all. I want to be sure everyone here knows they are both invited and welcome to attend the monthly West Flint Community Watch meetings every second Thursday, 7 p.m. at Grace Lutheran Church on Corona Road tonight. Prosecutor David Layton will be giving a presentation and welcoming. Questions to my knowledge, Mott Park and WFCW are the only 2 West Flint neighborhood groups still meeting. Please join us. Our voices are far more powerful than when we work together. Additionally, now this is the second part. Additionally, there will be a recall petition for Dennis Pfeiffer available to sign. If you cannot make the meeting but would like to sign the recall, feel free to reach out to me directly. Hope to see you tonight in the future." Like, you see this stuff that's going on?
It's a blessing Jediah here.
Wow.
It's a blessing. Dennis, I guess he ain't doing what he's supposed to do in eyesight. This is what I don't think people understand about Dennis, of all council people. To me, him and Dunn, they're in good shape. Them businessmen.
Facts.
Them real businessmen, they got their own dollar. They live where the mansion's at. When I did that little drive-through in them beautiful $1 million homes in where Don Williams and all these other real millionaires live, that's where Dennis represents. Now watch this. Even though it's got its bad side as well. Dennis still vote for the poor folks, poor black folks. And they got nerves enough to recall him. That tells you the status of where we heading. Dennis should be the main one voting over there with the 5. Think about that.
Yeah.
Because he ain't got nothing to lose. The man got money. He ain't there to hustle for that little minimum wage position.
Facts.
Him and Dunn, them is straight.
Right.
They got money.
This really was a headache.
Griggs had money.
Right.
Griggs got a mansion. Did y'all know that? Call him crazy. His mansion is on Easy Street, or wherever that street is, the first one going up the hill on Miller Road. That's one of his. His wife is a professor, or was a professor at Kettering University. They don't tell the whole story. Griggs was a real engineer. Them people got money. And Griggs did not vote the way Pfeiffer vote. Dennis vote.
Right.
Bless Dennis' heart. Tony and them, okay, you might have, we get a few nickels and we brag.
Right.
He don't have to brag. The man ride around in that
Tesla, truck, the ugliest truck in the world.
They say like a movie.
And I'm stabbing his tires.
Huh?
And I'm stabbing his tires.
I'm telling you, the man, it's a miracle Dennis Pfeiffer vote the way he vote.
Right. No, listen.
He could run for mayor.
Sure could.
Don could run for mayor and be well qualified for it because their heart is right. I'm not a butt kisser. That's why they come at me, because I refuse an oath to my God for poor folks. And they come at you. They don't want nobody to do it. And they're going to do a recall against him? Are you kidding me?
But you can tell who it is. You know it's the ones who don't like how Dennis is rolling, because Dennis not probably, he looking, he not going along with the get
Bless
along.
Dennis' heart.
Yeah, he not going. He the one, listen, he the one nigga showed caught Leon slipping. When Leon
Dennis
voted for Miss
playing,
Biggs, he was playing chess the whole time.
But the thing of it is, it's like me. I'm free because I owe nobody nothing. I got my own dollars. So when I get to cussing, even yesterday, they come where I be doing a little security, sitting there and recording all day. Well, Maurice, you wouldn't have won if you hadn't said something about Trump. And then, they know my response. Man, I go off. because I do what the hell I want to do. Whether you understand, just like Jediah with that casket thing, whether
Man,
you understood it or not, what
right.
Jediah do, he did what he came to do and got it done. Some things you're gonna do, God will work away. You don't. His thoughts is not our thoughts, and God used whoever He wants to. Jediah did it fearlessly, even sitting behind a bar. Bars at the county, and no Negro here got the nerves to do nothing but, yeah, I'm a high activist. Yeah, do what Jediah did. Do what I did to get the respect of the President Trump to fly in, and no Negro said it to Flint. Oh, see, he Trump, I'm Democrat. Yeah, that's why we're in the shape we in. Look at Dennis. He over there with the big shot Republicans. You think everybody broke? The broke ones is the Democrats. Although you got rich Democrats and you see how they act.
Skunky.
Man, come on now. But bless Dennis Hart, him and Don. I got nothing but respect for them.
I like how they play it. They don't be backing down. They go right. If you get in the mud, they get right in the mud with you. You can play with them, you know, especially
And like I told y'all, Mickey, y'all hold the key now. Y'all hold the key. If it wasn't on 810, it wouldn't be this discussion.
Facts.
I would have to do my podcast, and I ain't got time to do all of this stuff. I'm trying to play. I'm trying to record video. I'm doing a lot of. Thank goodness for you and Winters and Trevor now. Thank y'all. And I'm sure, but they don't want this to grow. They want to stifle this. So
for
be
sure.
careful, because they gonna want to. But luckily, you got freedom. FCC they can't control.
Oh yeah, they
I can
been.
tell you that they
yeah.
can't control, because they'd have been shut me down.
Yeah, facts. The way but see, you've been preaching this years ago, but they wasn't listening. They wasn't listening. Yeah, they wasn't listening.
Beverly Biggs is the way we good.
Yeah.
Now we need, and I if I had to talk to Sean, I talked to Sean yesterday. Yesterday, she was in tears. She said she seen stuff. She don't like what you see. I know what I'm talking about. I say that's how it is. It's different. She was crying little tears, hurt to the core, because Maurice, I really, and I get it. You do, but they turn us against each other.
Yeah.
I could like the Lakers, and you might like Michigan State or whoever. That don't mean we got to go to the turnover tables and chairs.
But that's how we get. And it's a question for you. It says, Javier Ellis said, you know what, I got a question, Maurice. Davis, have you heard about the AI Trump as the Pope? Correct? What you think about that?
Oh, Trump laughed about that. But see, it's a big war that started the other day, and people cut off in this stuff because we at the brinks of World War III. Trump been pushing it back because they was going to end the world about a week or two, because Obama got so mad when he won, and that's when they actually started to. They doing stuff right. Have y'all familiar? Get off of him. When you get off of him, look up gain of function. Gain of function. I'm gonna repeat. Mickey, you heard of gain of function?
No, I'm learning now.
Gain of function. My doctor, intensive care, when COVID came in 2019, 2020, I caught it when everybody was dying, and it almost had me. I was in Hurley and all of that stuff. Intensive care, on console, and still didn't miss a beat, by the way. Gain of function is when the Wuhan, China, with, let me grab it. I ain't gonna say no name because I don't want them coming, because see, this here is censored. This here is speech. Over here on Facebook side or whatever, it's very sensitive, so you gotta be careful. But Trump them finna send him to penitentiary. A lot of the people that the black folks love on the Democratic side know about this study, and it was the bats. And what it is biological warfare of killing multiple human beings, because for one, we're useless now. You ain't capable of working these advanced skills now. The robots replacing people. They say it's gonna be more robots in the world in the next 20 years or less than it is people. Be careful. They doing cloud seeding and all this other. Y'all take your time, look up gain of function. And that's biological warfare. That's in all of your food. That's why I don't care what you eat. Nothing that God created did not have seeds in it.
Facts.
Now you got hybrid this, hybrid that. I could go study. Knowledge is power. I'm full of knowledge. That's the only, and I never open my mouth because I know I'm on record. Gain of function. You do yourself a favor. You will be destroyed because you're killing yourself. I don't care how, because we the poor. And don't get it twisted. A doctor work a job. And for the ones think they middle class, a doctor job is middle class. A medical doctor, if you're on your own practice, they middle class. And I'm just making it plain for you. Not no $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a year job. That's the working class, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we could go on and on. Knowledge is power. But gain of function.
Yeah, gain of function research. Thank you, Kamala Lewis. She just put it in there. And Kamala Buford said it's gain of function.
Y'all would do yourself. Thank you, Carmen.
That's what I like. That's what I love when you come on here.
Knowledge is power.
Now, they don't get it. But like I say, it's something to them. It's something strange. That's like how Jed came in. It was something strange. His protest, it made this mayor flip. It made him flip. And like you saying, all this stuff going on, but look, you know what we doing? We arguing about, like you say, houses people being taxed out, rent being raised up. We going back to what people finna be. You finna have people protesting for just to have housing. Like you said, don't give up your house. Don't move to an apartment.
That's right. Mickey, Sonia 810 says these Medicaid and Medicaid scam doctors ain't middle class, whatever. Let me just tell y'all, then, Mickey, I'm done with it. Okay. Because knowledge is power. Because I did make a statement of Dr. Ben, middle class.
Yep.
I didn't mean they a millionaire in Flint, Michigan. It'll take a Don Pfeiffer, a Dennis Pfeiffer to kind of understand, or maybe somebody on here might understand, because that's how they duke us to vote in our own demise.
Yeah.
Middle class in America is $250,000 to $2.5 million a year. The working class is under the $250,000. Now let me explain. $2.5 million a year is the top middle class. Go over that, now you enter into the rich. Lil Bootsy, Beyonce, and all of the host of them, you can't hang out with them folks with no $2.5 million a year. Tyler Perry and them, they rolling some money. Snoop Dogg and them playing in some money.
Yeah.
You got little $2.5 million, a house, you can't even get a decent house you can't get in their neighborhood. Now, $250,000 a year is the bottom of the middle class. Now, 2.5 million, a doctor make how much a year? And I'll wait on the answer. With a good practice. Because I got a lot of doctors in Deepdale out in Grand Blanc. I hang with people. I run the country. I live in Flint, but I just don't fly. I did Hollywood and all that stuff when I was a kid in high school. They making money. They making real money. They got houses all over. But what I'm trying to tell you is this. In Flint, Michigan, upper class in Flint, Michigan, about 150,000. I think you're doing decent. 200,000, you might be doing decent in Flint. A doctor practice, maybe 300-400, if you really a specialist. And then you got to have malpractice insurance, yada, 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 yada. Office, you got all this other stuff going on. Do the homework.
No, they see what you're saying. After you explain it, they say they got what you're saying.
Okay, good. Because you listen at the bump and you listen to 810, this is factual media. You ain't getting nowhere else for black folks, so we can be on the same page as everybody else, not Flint. That's how come Jediah style of doing his activism is different than this little old sandwich. And he doing it for poor folks. They don't want... Nigga, I about screamed at the TV. When I seen, we getting garbage cans. No. Oh, this is a big special, grand special of garbage cans. I implore anybody go on YouTube and go over in any impoverished neighborhood, you see them cans all over the United States. Detroit and all, where they foreclosed them folks out.
But is the mayor name on them in them other states?
No. Mickey, that's what I'm saying.
And they let it go down, but that's what I be trying to tell people. He only doing what he's allowed to do. Any other place that would have been a fine, his name's would have had to come off them garbage cans. But he's not, I get it, he's just a puppet, but people think he the puppet master because he's controlling the puppets that's up under him.
What happened is this is a movement, y'all. This is a new wicked, corrupt movement. Ask Jediah. Ask his organization.
Facts.
It's taking place all over the nation.
Yeah. Against
poor folks. You're no longer needed. Your services is no longer needed. So therefore, the resolutions that's come in from Flint City Council never have the interest of the residents that voted for them.
Right.
It only for the benefit of the nonprofits that's moving forward, and all of them talk with a new articulate. We're moving Flint forward. and we're part of the new movement in Flint, Michigan. Today, we got tours. Literally, today you can take a tour of Flint, Michigan. It's supposed to be impoverished. But guess what? It's from Kettering. It's from the robotic side. It's at all of these different institutions because it's a whole new Flint. We just got left behind. You no longer need it. That's why we blighted. Notice they only pull funding, Mickey. Land Bank Common is from Land Bank. The verbiage of Land Bank Common Lewis is from Land Bank. Is blight and blight elimination and demo. What the hell happened to rehab? I'll wait on the answer. They taking your stuff. If your house burned down on the north side, you can't rebuild it. They coming over there because they know they ain't trying to fix no water over there. People still catching cancer. What's in them right with that? I went to hear the cancer cluster studies and stuff. I don't lie on nobody. I'm telling you stuff that the public ain't gonna tell you. And you gotta have a medium that you can tell the truth without being censored. And this is it. I don't get up out the bed for nothing, y'all. No, the whole world don't come to and pay attention to Flint politics and all this stuff for nothing. You seeing people die in real time.
Facts. I just got a message. I'm looking at this. It says, speaking of tours, apartment tours of the new Harris Street Commons and the Live Well on Harrison mixed-use buildings will be available for the media and the public, hosted by Uptown Reinvestment Corporation. The URC is a local nonprofit with the mission to create economic opportunity in a vibrant community for redeveloping downtown Flint into an attractive area to live, operate a business, and enjoy entertainment. Like, who can afford to live down there?
Knowledge is power. Pay attention. We need a Jediah. We need Charlie. We need others. We need people in Flint. We need Beverly Biggs. Even though she never been on council, she got a heart to serve. Talking to Sean, she went in because she said she wasn't a needy girl. Why? Because she know what that represents. If you ain't never been down there, Dumas, he been around Weaver. I've been around Weaver. I know how it feels to be in a clique. You can't tell me something I ain't didn't experience. The phone calls. Don't call me. I don't care if I never won. Don't call me with them cliques because people is dying and they losing everything. I'm not going to be a part. I got a God I got to answer to. Just like Jediah doing it by himself with his organization that believe in him and they support him. The same shall be for Flint. Same shall be. Can't nobody tell me about Mickey and them and I know how they treated me. You can't do it. I'm going to tell you raw truth. That's why when I talked to LaShawn, when I talked to Neely, I came straight on him without no script. I'm going to tell you. Because people, I feel, deserve it. And what the scariest part I got right now, if they mess around and take this bump, you done took off the lifeline of knowing. And knowledge is power.
It's a question for you from Christy Coleman. She coming from the Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas area. She's have a question for Maurice. What do you think about the outcome of the voters on Tuesday? And do Maurice think it will be a greater outcome in August?
It's going to be greater. Let me tell you. Sin is sin. Corrupt is corrupt.
Fact.
This city is corrupt. Is it fair? Hell no, it ain't fair. Come August, if people listen to me, it's hard because I'm from Flint, but I get respected out of Flint. I'm Mr. Davis out of Flint. I get police security, believe me when I tell you, out of Flint, whether I'm in a bus that's down in Murfreesboro, I think that's where it's parked, or if I'm getting out of the limo and we doing concerts, Sir Charles and all the big shots, the New Southern Soul, that's what I do. What happened is this. Come, the next election is August. The campaign can no longer be them billboards. It can't be no yard signs. All they need to be is door hangers and a business card or a tag and knock at that door and explain to people what they have to lose and show them, Miss Biggs, they're available downtown in planning development. I'm going to bring them next week, Mickey, if I don't forget. And where people can see they're no longer going to be in their houses, especially in that 3rd ward, 2nd ward, and 1st ward. You're going to lose it all. You done. We done. And show the people, look, I'm here to help you stay in your house. You have to have grandfathered in taxes and all these stipulations that they reallocate the funding. It's got to be stopped. But Miss Biggs need to knock at them doors with a team. And then when election come, none of that flyer and none of that stuff gonna work. Because people gonna know then you got somebody you could trust. That's how them people, they trust me in all wars because I'm Maurice in my mouth. But a lie is more believable than the truth. And they claim that I was Republican and I ain't for. No, if I went for black folks and poor folks, what am I doing now? But that's how I know we're going to be all right. Because see what's going to happen, Mickey? You heard Mays always say about that dark money?
Facts.
Oh, when they drop that. Now going into this general, I'm gonna do the winters. I'm going to make a prediction on y'all show. And this is a crazy prediction. When you see all of a sudden Duma's pocket get heavy and you start seeing them heavy broadcasts, AC coming in, the deal's been done.
Man, listen.
The deal's been done.
Hey, listen, I know, AC, you'll see, because remember, he was one hollering about dark literature, too, when him and Quincy ran. Remember, he said, he was hollering. I want to see.
That stuff worked. So, therefore, I had to take Jackie Poplar out, me and Belly, with a copy machine. Me, Beverly, and Karen, and Shirley. For us. I hit every door, and I told Beverly, we getting ready. Miss Biggs, your signs stay up. You won. Your signs don't have to go down. Miss Biggs, get them yard signs. Miss Biggs, y'all excuse me for a minute. Miss Biggs, get your yard sign. Now, I don't care if AC or whoever hear what I'm trying to tell you, because they're not Miss Biggs. I want your yard signs to place in the yard. I'm going to repeat. Not on the curve right away, because when I put one, Jackie Poplar in the city of Flint pulled up every sign I had.
That's how she played?
Oh, they put up everything. I don't care if every sign I had was behind City Hall, and the other ones they just throw it away. Miss Biggs, your yard sign, listen to me, Miss Biggs. You won. Your campaign started that day, yesterday or whenever after the election. Watch this. Put your yard signs, Miss Biggs, because I haven't seen this. I don't want Miss Biggs' yard sign on no pole. I don't want it on no billboard. I want it in the public yard where they can see the representation, because what happened is this. Be first to get the votes. You already got them now. The whole city. Beverly, we know a lot of folks. You got the support. But you don't have support when they're on the right of way. You don't have support. You're just throwing signs up in a vacant yard. No, my signs, my recent sign going in them beautiful homes, the raggedy homes, the tarp homes, because I'm going to have a conversation. And you're going to see ain't no need of Tom, Dick, and Harry coming here knocking.
Facts.
Because I'm going to want that and get their number. That's how it's done. Now, when Maurice won, Liddell handled that one. Spend all the money y'all want. I just gave y'all the secret because people know me. They know Miss Biggs. And now we got this. I need 5 to 6 votes. 6 to 7 votes. This city is different. It's done. Jediah work will not be in vain. Now, all of the country heard me say, I don't want to see. Who am I? Somebody that know what they're doing.
Not because I went to say, no, she had signs in the yard. They just stole them. Said Miss Biggs, they just took them out the yard.
I wish a Negro would come up in my yard. And that's when you see what it is. People got to know how important this thing is now.
Right.
This is the primary is over with. We're going to the home stretch.
Yeah,
I'm going to ride by and check in here. If I see my sign gone, I'm going to knock and see, have you changed your mind? And then I wipe the dust from under my feet. I keep on walking.
Right.
Because I'm not here to play games. I need people that's going to cover me, because the best billboard, the best business card Maurice ever had, and I do hair and arch eyebrows, is the word of mouth. I work off the word of mouth. Miss Biggs, you work off the word of mouth. Money can't do it. You're already done. And when you're in my mouth, you're in Mickey, Winters in them mouth, you're in good shape, bud. Wherever we go in the barbershop, grocery store, Kroger's, wherever, we talking about Miss Biggs, Miss Biggs. I was in Hurley yesterday, Miss Biggs. I ran into Tony Wiggins yesterday. You know, you run into people, we can have a discussion. And it's unified now. And wherever he go, wherever Kevin Tay go, and whoever else go, Miss Biggs, oh, you got that thing. Now, we ain't worried when they start dropping this bogus footage about some run-in at the council, because all that's going to come.
Right.
Miss Biggs, yard signs and talk to people and let's engage hand to hand, just like Jediah took it to the street.
Took it to the street. He did something that was strange, but that's what they don't want. That's what they don't want people to wake up like that. You know what I'm saying? They like comfortable, like Brother Robert said, they comfortable with the illusion that they doing good. That's what, they don't want this change. See what Jediah doing, it can spark somebody else.
It's sparking them. It's working.
Yeah, and that's what they don't want.
Everywhere I went yesterday is talking, whether they know Jediah's name or not.
Right.
They know Jed and they know a white coffin.
Hey, look.
They know a white coffin.
You ain't lying.
They don't know nothing about the mayor's house. They don't know nothing, but they all talking about a white coffin. That marketing skill, it worked, y'all.
It worked because it had the
worked.
Young people was talking about it.
It worked.
It's been the talk of the city everywhere I went. But see, this is that's what change look like.
It worked.
Yeah, and they so bad. Don't you know right now, man, they so mad. And they so mad. The mayor got so mad, I'm going to arrest you. That's all he could come up with. I'm so mad, I'm going to arrest you. Crazy that you finna arrest him and put money in his pocket.
But see, the mayor will come out better, and I talked to the mayor, and I try to respect him. I told him I'm done. I ain't going to do no more, negative. Because if I won, I'm here to still, like Miss Biggs, to help put the residents on these agendas. That's all I want to do. And I ain't got nothing against Ashley Capital. I want to move the city forward with everybody in the car. I don't want to leave the poor folks out, period.
No, and that's what she was on here, that's what she said. She said, no, I will sit down there and have a meeting with them. You got to go talk. That's what, see, when people lie, I ain't going to sit down there with the mayor. Like, Gretchen Whitmer said she wasn't going to sit with Trump.
You shouldn't run.
Yeah, when Gretchen Whitmer said.
Weaver got into it with that. After she had lost, and Neely, whoever put Neely in, he's the mayor now.
Right.
I have no business sitting in this chair if I ain't trying to help. As long as I could, we was petitioning a habitat. They come before us and they want their little community development block grant money.
Right.
No. I need every ward to get the same amount of money and let the council person disperse it. That way I know who need a roof or a driveway, whatever you need done. Let me be the one. And
right.
I don't want to hear about stipulations. If you need it, now, watch this. I got to say it while it's in my mind. I don't want to hear about a habitat. It's federal funding. You have to do this. If that was the dang case, that don't even sound right coming out of my mouth. If that was the dang case, watch this, Mickey. How could RH kids get money to have a baby without stipulation?
That let you know everything you need to
know. They can do what they want to do when they want to do it.
Right. Now, that do make sense. Wasn't no stipulation. No, they encourage you to go
and screw and have a baby. And you're going to get $1,500 when you have the baby, $500 a month for 1 year or 2 years?
1 year, 12 months.
1 year. And then the baby live next 60 years struggling. The daddy is on child support in jail, messed his life up. Right. For them to study the effect of the water that they never helped nobody from. Give me a break. So if they remove stipulation out of that, we going and Trump is the right one in office that I will petition and all of the council. We're gonna send a letter to Mr. President, which everybody now is turning. You ain't got no choice turning to Trump right now because he ain't going nowhere. And he's for poor folks, whether you believe it or not. I can prove it to you. It's shortly. But it's politics. Look who hurting us. It ain't the Republicans. It's so-called Democrats. It's black folks hurting us. And I'm done with it because it's going to be a new truth told. Jed doing it a new way right now. You pay attention. A new wind is blowing through the city. God use whoever he want to the way he want to. Bless me however you choose to bless me. And all of the residents under this mic. I'm telling you.
Right.
I'm telling you. We all right, y'all. God's son Jediah, and he ain't got tired. That's the blessing. Frustrated, said, "The hell with y'all. When I get out here, I'm gone."
Yeah, no, it's just crazy on like what's going on. But I'm glad that like I'm with you, Woodrow, when he said, "Nah, we've been know about the corruption." Jed just showed a deeper level of the layer of the corruption.
Well, that they could see. When Maurice said, it's like. I'm always the black sheep of, I'm going to use the word politics because I don't fit nobody's nothing. Hell, I'm a Trump, meaning that I don't go by nobody's rules and regulation other than the people that's here struggling and hurting. I ain't getting down there and try to get their narrative and articulate their stuff verbatim and no, and they verbiage, we're moving forward, and I need to cut the ribbon, and knowing that everybody on my side of town, cable off, water off, consumers, if it goes off because of the storm, they're in the dark for 3 weeks. Man, go on with that. In the winter, by the way.
Nah, this gonna be a tough fight, but I do believe Miss Biggs get to this next. I mean, she in the Super Bowl. She go ahead and get that seat. I believe you're gonna see a change because now, you know, he can't. I'm just saying you're gonna have to put something up there for the people. And then Liddell, you're not the president no more. Candace, you're not the vice president no more. Judy, you're not gonna be the finance chair. It's gonna be a new finance chair, new vice president, new president. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they change the rules. Now, I ain't going to lie and say we're going to be back up in the front, but they changed the rules on the residents. Unchanged the rules how they did to the residents. Oh, you got to have 5 votes to not be through out if they, you know what I'm saying, want to put you out. Like last night, they had 3 people to vote for. They changed this stuff up so, messed it up so crazy, man. It's unbelievable.
Sonny, is that a real person or that's just somebody on y'all podcast?
I don't know who it is, to be honest with you, but they be popping up on here.
Right. They don't know no better. Bless their heart.
Yeah.
I don't do back and forth because that's Lord help us.
Yeah, nah, you know. Listen,
right.
I get it on here.
Oh, Mickey, you know how many years I've been doing this stuff?
I know. I was watching.
I make examples out of that.
Yeah.
Man. Because that's why we in the shape of he, because it could be a man behind that. But we're in trouble. I'm gonna just say that ignorance is bliss. But I'm so frustrated. A Jediah sitting downtown. That's out of order. That's out of order. That's out of order.
Yeah.
Everybody they frustrate everything they come here to help us. In the fight, it is no. When you're doing good, most people tend to say the hell with it. I just can't feel comfortable when all of my friends is in bad shape and I know they're already struggling. They're already struggling. And I can't, it's hard for me to just turn my back on that. Like I said, I ain't never been more blessed in my life. If it is, tell me when. I got everything I want, anything I want to get, I could go get it. And I'm the poorest one in my bunch. These Negroes running out here and they making a little pocket change right now on these tours. But what I'm trying to say is this, Mickey. People try to discourage people. Jediah is a prime example to help people that need it the most. This is a spiritual warfare. For whoever don't know, Pastor Gaddis understand. The real pastors that's come on here, they understand. I didn't know Pastor Thompson. Real pastors, they actually got a heart to serve the community. They got a heart. But the devil's time is short. He coming against us. And his job is to kill. It's happening, y'all. But people ain't going to realize it till they hit their house. It's coming to your house. It's coming. It's coming. Satan know how to wipe the smile off your face. I am my brothers and sisters' keeper. That's why I sit here. And I'm telling you, I'm so mad with Jediah because it's so embarrassing to me to live in Flint. And this, when somebody come to help us, we don't even help us.
Nah, man, we listen, because we'll go to fighting with ourselves.
That's what's happening.
You know when Jed first came here, it was problems.
And have negative opinions about somebody that come to help us. Okay, if you're going to encourage him, okay, give him some good instruction. Y'all have a discussion off camera and candid, and y'all try to help each other, work it out.
Facts.
You don't do that. When you see the man come, he's not from here. Okay, if you could do something different, call him. Or, say, hey, man, I could contact Jediah. And I want to sit down and have a discussion with him. And we put 2 agree be better than.
Right.
And that's what's going on here. Jealousy. Because people ain't hurting yet, but they soon will be.
Yeah, no, I mean it's gonna be rough, man. I can tell you it's gonna be rough because to me, it's just The ones who have took over is not the ones who want to help. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way we should be fighting amongst each other. I done been in the, listen to me, man. I done been in the mud, Maurice. I done been over there with Dr. Weaver and them. I done been over here, you know, with Tanya and them was over here. I can tell you about how the cliques is. But me right now, where I'm at, you know, me and Winters always talk about it. Like, and I get it. We take shots, but when we throw shots, we talking about voting and stuff. But I understand when you in the mud, you got to be able to take it. But now, as far as what I'm doing, go ahead and take your shot. I'm going to pick and choose if I want to respond. I might don't really respond to next year.
Yep. But I tell you one thing was disheartening about in settings like this, and I did it now probably about 15 years, 16 wait, I don't know how many years I've been doing, even on radio. It's disheartening when a weak imp, that means an operative or somebody that against you, come under a fake page. They ain't man or woman enough to use their real government name. If I come on your page, it's going to be Maurice D. Davis. That way you'll know it's me. I ain't going to have 5 or 6 different pages to stir up mess when people was really hurting. We haven't seen a dime, Mickey. $97 million came in. Nobody's seen a dime.
And they ain't going to see nothing.
Everybody is now finna get taxed out of here, and they studied you in. I'm going to show you next week. And you ain't going to laugh. If you ain't making access in retirement, and some of them ain't got a house. I'm talking about the one who worked all their life to pay their house off. It's disheartening to lose your house just for taxes. It's heading this way.
Right.
And that's what really just frustrates me. It frustrates me. And it frustrates me when they attack people like y'all under a fake and fictitious name instead of being their own self. So you can know that's them. This is real. But God, woe to them. Woe to them. Woe to them. Like I say, Jediah is chosen for God for times like this. Because why? He fearless.
Yeah.
He fearless.
But it just goes back to show you, and I think with him coming here, man, it woke up so much stuff and people can't handle it. They really upset. Like, they upset. You know what I'm saying?
They say he out, Mick.
Sonya, we good. Yeah. Nah, I'm just, he out. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I said, I'm saying what they saying, he out. Okay. I just wasn't saying nothing because I know he probably want to let himself. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. I'm knowing he probably gonna go live. Gotcha. And you know, and doing it. I was just trying to give him time or whatever because I was looking at the comments, but I was also looking on my phone. So when I be looking down, I'm looking at my phone to see if he went live. Yes, I was gonna let him. That's just embarrassing to me. To me, as a city, it was embarrassing. For one, you seeing how the councilwoman Tanya Burns got disrespected by the police. But see, but they can do that, you know why? Because we sick the police on our own. That's why. That's why you can see, and I'm not saying all of them, but there's enough of them.
And they say he wasn't even driving.
He wasn't. Tito was the driver.
Shit. Man, shoot. Man, gone.
But they was following him, though, but I'm going to be honest. We had got a call maybe like 3 weeks ago, a month ago. That's when I had to go in executive session when Jed was here. We was already was foretold that they was following. They was already said that you know be careful out here. They finna be following y'all. Which and the y'all was Winters and because I'm just the cameraman. Was Winters and Jed that they was gonna be following, but we had got a call.
They did me.
I know they did.
They raided me.
Yeah, I know they did.
They raided me. Twice.
Yeah, I know they will. That's how you know, like when you
say, Maurice, you got the slowest dope house we ever sat on.
Right.
Police told me because I'm tight with everybody. Man, you got the slowest dope house. Shit.
That's what
you ain't making no money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Yeah, it is, and like that's what I'd be expecting. Like, but them, that's the blue. That's how they did the ones before us. What you think they did to Martin? What you think they did to Malcolm? What you think they did, man? They try to destroy. This ain't nothing new that you see how it's going on. But it's just God gonna send somebody that will. He always gonna send who he need. It ain't who you might want. See, a lot of people get mad, but God in the book it tell you, let me pick my man. You understand? He picked all his people. If you go look, he'll have all these 100 churches over here. He picked one.
But listen, Mickey, I'm glad you said that.
Facts.
Every time God picks somebody,
Yeah.
look it up in Scripture.
Yeah.
Nobody accepted.
Facts.
They crucified the disciples. They crucified Christ.
Right, and I was just reading something. If they go back, look at it. Did you see any of them was beefing with each other from Abraham to Moses to Jesus? They all believe in the same God.
Yep.
But you got some people, I don't go with the Old Testament. I'm with the New Testament. I don't go with the New Testament. I'm with the Old Testament.
They're going to be dead a lot longer than they're alive. And that just tells me they're in good health right now. Keep going to bed, getting up, keep living. You're going to humble yourself.
Right.
And I guarantee you, ain't nothing going to be funny when I'm sitting here because of the suffering. What good me telling you, and next week everybody, they foreclosed out. This here is about a year and a half from now. Keep the video. Maurice will be running the country more than I did when I was a teenager. It ain't hurting me. Don't try to, God use whoever he want to.
Facts.
God chooses the steps of a righteous person, Mick. This ain't haphazard we sitting here.
And why you think God said, let me send my man? He see the other ones out there. Like, let me go send who I want to see.
Who crazy enough to do my will. Oh, Lord, help us. And it's a spiritual warfare. All these preachers, they went and got certified by seminary school and all this other. Every real pastor I ever been under, Mickey, they said, I must not be a real preacher because God called me to preach. Mm-hmm. And then I done been under one when Kingsley Fletcher out of Ghana, South Africa, changed New Jerusalem's name because it was New Jerusalem Baptist Church. He changed them to Full Gospel right in front of us. And them men did not play. God is not nothing to play with. God is not nothing to play with. I'm going to say that one more time. Be careful. God ain't nothing to play with. And when you start messing with what, folks, this city been poisoned by mankind.
And they want you to believe you looking at a devil that's in the ground.
Okay.
And we looking at a devil that's devil.
God works on this earth through people.
And that's the devil though, Maurice. You can poison the whole city. And you think that's God work when you will poison the whole city of people.
You better make sure you blessed to be a blessing. I promise you I'm telling you the truth. And they laugh, they mock God. They mock, they say you're gonna be laughed at.
What was his name that when they said that you wanted to free Jesus or Barabbas, and who did the people pick? I might be saying his name wrong, but who did the people pick? They didn't pick Jesus.
No. Jesus can do miracles in his hometown because of unbelief. This is what it is. That's why I get laughed at. I'm here. I am a Jediah, but guess what? Down in Mississippi or down in Chicago and different, not Chicago, my buddy down there, they doing good. Tyrone Davis Band and all of them, Hollywood. I know them all over. But you don't get respect in your hometown, man. I'm here. Jediah, he came to get respect of the few people that, guess what, 810 News Media and whoever else, Beverly and them and whoever else tied to him. That's why he got the respect to be here. But God, the one who had to put on his heart to do it.
Yeah, because you have to pray.
And they mocked him. They locked him up just like they do disciples and everything else.
but that's the life of an activist, though.
That's absolutely right.
You're going to get locked up. You're going to be persecuted.
It's fearless. He's fearless. He know his purpose. Most people living don't even know their purpose.
Right.
Because anytime a real person got a purpose and they done found their niche, people follow them. They will follow them. And the other people get jealous of them. That's why the crowds follow Christ and the other people got jealous.
Facts.
All you do is study scripture. All you do is keep doing what you're doing. The Bible says, if I be lifted up, I'll draw. That's why they try all this new stuff in church. No, preach the word.
Because if they preach it, they're going to lose a lot of their followers. The church have accepted a lot of stuff. And I do agree with this. God ain't changed. What he disliked back then, he ain't updated and said he like it now.
He's a God that changed not.
And they want to, all the stuff you seeing going in the church, you see the game. I mean, you see so many games being played. Why you think Jesus was in the streets? Where you see Jesus had a church at? But after he gone, he got a church.
Son of Man have no place to lay his head because he wasn't that type of God. Like I said, to do the will of the Father, is a lot different because you have to do what God tell you to do. Of course, but if you don't know scripture, you're doing what Satan tell you. Because he tried. He came to the first one. What's that in Matthew 4 when he said after Jesus fasted, bow down and worship me, I give you the kingdoms of this earth. Mm-hmm. He tried to kill Christ. He ain't playing, and that's what's going on now. Because we wrapping up. Yeah. We wrapping up. We almost at the book of Revelation. We ain't there yet. You hear wars and rumors of wars, Matthew 24, but we getting there. We getting there. But I'm gonna tell you something. Don't mock God. Don't mock God.
But they've been mocking him when you sitting up here seeing all this stuff, the food. Like you got RFK, and for people, that's Robert Kennedy Jr. When all the stuff in the food, he won't take out the red number 9 dot. Like you said, seeds. A lot of people want the seedless fruit. That's not good for you.
We were supposed to eat from the fruit of the tree in Genesis 2. We was created. 126, we created 2. Yeah. God told you everything in it got seeds. Eat from the fruit of the tree. But we eat everything else. Matter of fact, I'm going back to the fruit of the tree. You help me with that, Mickey.
Right.
I just wish this city would get out the cliques. But it's too hard because people keep it about them. It ain't about me. It ain't about me. I'm trying to live, and it's an action. Mickey, y'all do this stuff. You went down to the jail yesterday. Y'all report. And now, when the media, I wish older folks come out their old set in ways and learn how to use social media because it's not going back to the old days. They still watching TV and they ain't reporting nothing that's going on. They finna lose their house and everything else, but y'all reporting it.
Right.
They don't know nothing about Jediah. They too set in their ways. I don't want to be messing with that Facebook stuff. I don't want to. Okay, you left behind.
Yeah, but we gotta get them, and that's why I feel like the younger generation shouldn't be older versus younger. It should be we working together.
Yeah, but a young fool end up being an old fool.
Facts.
And that's where we at. Facts. Young fool become an old fool. But I tell you one thing, Mickey.
Yeah.
I'm glad God seen fit to send somebody here to shake up the city.
Or at least show them how to do it. Because like Jed said, I can't do it. I can't fight harder for you than you can.
They don't have sense enough to know they losing until they done lost. Yeah. They act like I'm losing. I'm trying to win by running. You crazy. When them niggas took my seat, man, keep that mess.
Right.
I ain't thinking about that mess. But I just hate to see, I know where we're going. And then when you study, you know what righteousness look like. They babies. They don't know no better.
Nah, you right on that. You right.
They don't know no better. It's grace and mercy that we all sitting here.
Facts.
Because we're ignorant. Our best righteousness ain't nothing. It's all sin. And you can clearly see it. Because now we laugh at what's right. We actually watching people die and don't care. If you ain't got money for medicine, but watch, they gave everybody, we don't want to lose. Watch this lie. In America, when COVID came, we don't want no American to die. We mandating that you take the shot, correct? Everybody have to take the shot. But let somebody have diabetes or cancer or heart disease. See if they give you that medicine free. You ain't getting it.
So
they ain't giving you nothing.
Miss Marie, I think he is. I'm not 100% for sure. I think he is. Any last words, Maurice, before we get up out of here?
I just hope y'all keep doing what you're doing, and I hope Mr. Jediah and his whole team. I want to put this the best way I know how. Mm-hmm. This city, for the team of Jediah Brown, I travel as well. I know how it is in other communities. Mm-hmm. This city been misused so long and lied on so long. The poor folks have no voice in Flint, Michigan. I'm telling you. I'm just telling you. We have to have Negroes. I'm telling you what I know. And I ain't biting my tongue because I'm really pissed. And I can say a lot different than the way I'm saying it. We have to have Negroes in Flint. Speaking for people that's done lost everything and losing everything. They building apartments because they know their houses is not fixable and they ain't going to give them no money. All of this money came in. How in the hell you gonna sustain yourself and you ain't had no help on a 100-year-old house to repair it? They made sure them types still flying way after all this opera money gone, but still funding all these old bull crap aluminum nonprofits.
Right.
So what happened is, if it don't be for people like Jediah and his team coming in, we got a mayor. Weaver did try. I was pissed at that because how in the hell I'm going to pay for AECon and anybody else come up here to fix water with damn near $1 billion and they fixing something that still ain't drinkable. So what happened is this. It's a money grab. The money grab is continuing and nobody give a flying hell about it. And these Negroes here don't have sense enough to know
Facts.
what's going on. Why? Because they comfortable until it hit their house.
Facts.
People done lost their house. People losing. And the Negroes that's listening to me right now still is in tax foreclosure as we speak. They losing. They delinquent on their taxes. They delinquent on their water as I speak. I'm straight. I'm not kissing. So you need a person of a Beverly Biggs, which you came to help. Please don't get frustrated because they done shrunk Flint and shrinking Flint. So now the Negroes is no longer needed. All over the country, gentrification. So if it ain't for people like you, and instead of them fake ass Al Sharptons and them, and I can name it, and the fake preachers teaming up wherever the money at, they getting money.
Facts.
They raping the kids, man. How, Maurice, what you mean raping the kids? I heard on council where they say $40,000 or something are allocated for each kid in a school.
Yeah.
40,000.
I think that was special education.
Kids can't even write their own damn name. In a time of all this technology, and I rode by Kettering this morning, Mickey, they got all of the robotics and teams and tents set up everywhere. Like, it's just unreal. None of us over there. And you got Negroes on the council. You got a man that come up here to help you and his ass over in the jail? Is you kidding me?
Facts.
That's the problem. Then you get Negroes on a podcast shooting shots to make sure I get frustrated enough to turn my back and walk away. This is a real spiritual warfare. Jediah, don't get frustrated. Your God chose you. Keep doing what you know to do. I don't give a damn what they try to do. You know who's going to win in the end. And I'm done. Thank you, Mickey.
Peace, family. I got to end it on that note. Peace. See you tomorrow.